Basically, Gladiotron is a sci-fi, cyberpunk. I just set it up this level so that there's a few enemies to kill. There are these enemies here, which basically if they see you, you'll
This looks good, man.
you'll lose a level. So we've got some kind of nice post-processing on the dash. It's got like a hover ability.
Oh, yeah, I like this one. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the most recent one I did.
Yeah.
This was just reworking the character.
Oh, this is a nice environment too. Yeah.
So you can see it's not.
Yeah. This is work in progress. Yeah.
Exactly. So that character. Basically, Gladiotron is a sci-fi, cyberpunk.
Is it okay if you can share now?
Okay. It's a lot of gameplay type stuff, like mechanics, as opposed to like a full kind of experience. Right now, I'm working on a 3D webcomic.
Okay.
That's like more of a story lead-in to the actual game. But the kind of nice thing with that is it's allowing me to make assets, that can also be used in the game, right? So, and it's also giving me an opportunity to get some reps in programming, so I can kind of become better with that. So I just set it up this level so that there's a few enemies to kill. And there are these enemies here, which basically if they see you, you'll
This looks good, man.
you'll lose a level. So we've got some kind of nice post-processing on the guns and stuff or on the dash. It's got like a hover ability.
Nice.
So a lot of this stuff I put together, and I'm not a programmer, right? So
no, but it works well, like the functionality and all that.
So we have some people on our team who are programmers now.
Nice.
They're interns, students, but they're able to contribute.
Nice.
So you kind of have to explore or.
What are those boxes? Are there just kind of obstacles and stuff?
So right now they're just placeholders there, but ultimately you'll be able to shoot them open and then they get power-ups or
get items and stuff.
Get items from them, right?
So there's a monster there.
Yeah, so this is like a monster. He talks to you and then basically tells you what your mission is. And,
I see.
And then he transports you to another area, right? So. So that's basically it. So we're working right now on getting some more functionality. Arnie's working on a pushback feature, and then Kason, who's not here, is working on a multiplayer. So we'll have local co-op, so you can have 4 players at a time, and the camera and everything will move dynamically based on that. We also have 4 characters total. So different characters. This character is the most far along in terms of the model and everything like that. But there's another character, Sandra Sprout, who's the other main protagonist of the story in the game. And so as you saw before, we have the one character, Commander Bean. He is so I just finished his remodel. So I basically remodeled him, so now I just have to basically do the rig. So the previous version, he didn't have separate pieces. He was all just one kind of solid mesh, and so this one's kind of a little bit more sophisticated, Also, the character now has eyelids. The old character didn't have eyelids.
Oh, okay.
He didn't have teeth. He didn't have a tongue. He couldn't do any acting or anything.
Right.
So those are the kinds of things that I definitely felt were necessary. So this is actually what we're going to do with this. We're going to take this same character. We're going to use him in the game, but we're also going to use him in the 3D comic. So we're making an online 3D comic. So I'll just quickly show you that as well.
Sure. Does the comic have same storyline as the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not it's the same. There's a big overarching storyline, and the comic covers a slightly different part of the story versus the game, but yeah, so that's kind of it.
So and then you're making the comic in a an application
so it'll actually be right on a website. So basically you can go on here and then So this is what's kind of neat about the comic. It's going to be a 3D comic. And we have Chris over here who's been helping figure that out. So this basically you see can kind of,
Looks like a VR.
Yeah, so it seems like a VR or AR, but when we're done with it, it'll look more like an actual comic.
Nice.
So again, this is all kind of sneak preview, like placeholder stuff, but we have, like, for example, page 0. And there's music here as well. You can't hear it now, but basically we have, like, outer space scene where you can kind of click on the planet and it'll take you to the next page. So that's basically kind of what we're working on. So you can see it's not.
This is work in progress. Yeah.
Exactly. So but that character that I created here, once we've kind of rigged him and posed him, he'll now put him into the page, into the comics. So,
do you have? I saw some concept in the page. Do you have some images on the website?
Yeah. So this is it's just some Gladiotron kind of concept work.
Nice. Oh yeah, I like this one. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the most recent one I did. And this was just reworking the character. And
this is a nice environment too. Yeah.
Yeah, so these are kind of like what the levels will look like, and some of the more platformy style levels will look like that.
After a few minutes later while shooting, I realized that the memory was full, so it got cut at the end, but we were almost wrapping up, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. So what I decided was I wanted to share his website. It's called Gladiotron. So he's been working on this webcomics, 3D webcomics for a while. So I'd like to just go through and share with you guys here. Here we are moving on to the next page where we see his very early stage of his concept sketches for character design. I really like his characters. He has really nice rhythms and the shapes, the flow from the body. It's really cool. So we're moving on to some of his environment stuff here. I showed you this a little earlier before, but this is some of the stuff. So in this page we see here he actually made some videos, the process of making some prop design. I think he posted character modeling. He posted some environment sketches and how he turned the sketch into the final. So he actually shared a lot of his process here. That's really cool. So a lot of, I think, probably game designers or concept artists out there probably might be this could be very interesting for them to check this out. I mean, he has experience working animation and video game industry, plus he actually taught at us. He's teaching a concept art, right? So so his stuff is really very cool. If there are people out there who's interested in making indie game and wanted to collaborate with Gavin, definitely reach out to him. I really recommend this guy. He's truly really talented and super hardworking person with very humble attitude. So so definitely reach out to him. If you just have any question, send me my email. So I put all the information down below. So that's pretty much it with this whole episode with Gavin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in next episode. Take care, guys. Bye.